Le singe mange une orange. Today we're going to be looking at whether you can learn a new language and become fluent in a language from doing Duolingo for just 5 minutes a day. I've been doing French every day on Duolingo for over a year now, and we're going to explore whether I've actually learned any French, whether I have become fluent. In short, the answer is no and yes. Firstly, what is Duolingo? Duolingo is a free web-based learning app. It lets you learn a language from an entire catalogue of languages. There's French, there's Spanish, there's German, there's Klingon, and you can engage in daily quizzes, stories in your chosen language to learn the designated language. Duolingo is a colourful, fun, engaging app. It's a lot better than a French dusty GCSE book. It is a bit pushy though, so you'll get emails every single day from Duolingo saying, "Have you done Duolingo yet? Have you completed your streak?" For the most part though, it's mostly harmless. Duolingo have also recently introduced this new thing, relatively new. It's called Stories. So rather than just giving you a quiz and asking you simple questions, it actually presents a monologue or a conversation between two people, and then it stops to ask you what they're talking about or asks you to fill in the blanks in the questions, which I think is really good. The stories are actually quite engaging. A lot of people go to the shops, they spend £10, £15 on these kinds of books, French short stories for beginners, and actually the whole thing is free on Duolingo. And the stories are actually quite interesting. I mean, they're better than half the stuff I see on YouTube anyway. They also have a tournament, so you and your friends, you can all sort of join together on Duolingo, and then whoever does the most lessons in a week gets certain levels of trophies, either bronze, silver, whatever, and each week you'll then have Duolingo messaging you again, saying, "Yo, I know I already told you to do your lesson, but you're slipping down the chart, man. What's going on?" Okay, here's the reality. Duolingo is not enough on its own. Anyone that's learned a language will tell you that immersion is the most important thing for learning a language. That is, watching films, trying to read a newspaper, or even going to the country of the language you're trying to learn. Doing 5 minutes on Duolingo a day is not going to be the same experience, and you shouldn't expect it. Duolingo was great for helping me to learn colours and to learn very stupid sentences like "Le singe mange une orange." But that's not so great for an actual conversation. So, how are you today? J'adore les pommes. I did take it a little bit more seriously. I also took French lessons, but even then, I kind of reverted back to my high school ignorance of not putting in enough effort to learn the language. The lesson was 1 hour a week. I didn't do the homework. I didn't pay enough attention in the classes. So, in effect, I then wasted £200. 1 hour a week is not enough to learn a language, and nor is 5 minutes a day, obviously. But it was, the lessons were quite fun actually. There was one guy in the French class actually. We'll call him David. That's not his real name, but we'll call him David. And he would always say, "Yeah, man, because I've got this French girlfriend, and it's really important that I gotta learn the language because, her parents are French, because I've got a French girlfriend, and her parents speak French, and I don't speak French, so I've got to learn. Yeah, got a French girlfriend, got a French girlfriend." But then he would never do the homework, and he never did any work after the actual class. And then he'd always come into the class and say, guys, just so you know, I'm not going to have the answers, I haven't done the homework. And then he'd kind of lean over and he'd mutter, no, I've got to take this seriously. I've got a French girlfriend, got a French girlfriend, got a French girlfriend, got a French girlfriend. Yeah, 1 hour a week is never going to cut it, ever. Since I've exposed myself to the language more, I have picked up more comprehension, so I now can read the back of a chocolate bar and read the ingredients, or I can look through some very basic Amazon reviews and kind of assess whether those are good or bad reviews. There are obviously harder lessons, so as a European speaker doing French, it's fairly easy. When you start doing something like Chinese, for example, that's where it becomes a lot more complex because you've got to decipher the characters and then actually understand what the language is trying to tell you in the first place. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Because in between these quizzes, you also get little lessons that you can pick up, little paragraphs that you can read through, which go through the basics of the grammar and the language that you're trying to learn. It's not going to make you conversational. It's not going to make you fluent. That's a lie. But it does help. It does help. Duolingo gets a lot of hate on YouTube. I've watched a lot of YouTube channels which say, Duolingo's rubbish! Duolingo's a con! What are you talking about? It's free. How can you moan about something that's free? It's ad-based, so when you are going to Duolingo and you finish it, you do get a couple of adverts. But language learning is really expensive. It's so expensive to learn a language. And the fact that there is this thing out there which you can download for free and use for free, why are you complaining? Why are you complaining about it? This app has helped me, but it acts like a supplement, not a replacement. It's like those big bodybuilder powders that promise you that you'll get muscular. They're supplements. They're not dietary replacements. And that's the same for Duolingo. You can use it if you're watching movies in your certain language and having conversations and making your phone's default language that particular language and then using Duolingo. But if you are just using Duolingo for 5 minutes, forget it. Forget it. Do something else. Go and waste your time doing something else. All right. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've taken something away from this. Duolingo's fun. I enjoy it. It's not enough, but let me know in the comment section if you've also had experience with Duolingo, whether you think it's worth having or not worth having. Give me your experiences of learning a language. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a comment. Much appreciated. Take care. Until next time. Au revoir.